welcome back to my channel. It's Masuki Arts. Today we are doing yet another paint with me episode because I enjoy making these a lot. But kind of like last week, I'm painting at my dining room table once again. I hope you guys don't mind. With it being this time of the year where it's like very cold, my garage, which is where my usual workspace is like too cold to really work in, especially this year. It seems to be a little bit chillier than, I don't know, like I remember last year being. I'm not really sure. You know, it varies year to year. But anyways, so I thought it was about time I started working on some Valentine's Day themed artwork. For the past couple years, I've kind of skipped Valentine's Day art. Like it just wasn't super inspiring to me, so I like didn't feel like making any pieces around it. But I thought it would be fun this year to make postcard prints for my shop. So this piece I created with that project in mind. I don't know if this one will end up making the cut because I do have another one planned, but we'll see. At least one of them will become a postcard print that'll drop hopefully in time for Valentine's Day so that you can give to your friends and loved ones, that kind of thing. That being said, the reason I think this one might not make the cut is because it ended up being like a very big painting, like maybe too big for my scanner. I haven't tried it yet, but I don't think I can fit the whole thing on the glass part of my scanner. But we'll see. Maybe it'll do better than I thought, or than I think it will, and it'll be fine. But we'll just have to wait and see, because I really don't know how it's going to scan. But anyways, I really do like how this fairy looked in ink, and I was excited to start painting her. I wanted lots of pinks and greens as usual, and I tried to do like this heart silhouette in her bangs. Also, I want to apologize if there's like a little bit of background noise in this recording. My dog is like walking around behind me. He's not being very quiet right now, but anyways, I tried to keep the heart motif pretty like consistent in this character's design. I wanted like, you know, some of it on one of the levels of her skirt. I wanted it in her wings. Obviously I mentioned in her bangs and everything. And you'll see later on, even one of the background pieces is shaped like a heart. So when we get to that point where I'm cutting everything out, I'll show you what I mean, of course. I spent a lot of time playing around with layering for this piece. Like I said, one of the background pieces I used was a heart shape, but also the reason this painting got so big was because I wanted there to be like a piece behind that even. So I had to go and find some very big watercolor paper out in my workspace and bring in a sheet of that. You'll see later on, so that the heart wouldn't just be, you know, without like a base, if that makes sense. And I added like flowers and everything. So all in all, this ended up being like a pretty involved piece, and I think it took me like a day and a half or maybe 2 days just of working at my dining room table. But I tried to make it feel like springy, and like there's lots to look at, and it's just like very nice and pretty and cute. Just a very involved piece, really. Like usually I kind of stick to one background piece and then like a couple little collage pieces in addition to my fairy character, but this time I went all out. It was a little crazy. I'll probably talk more about the process of this piece later in the video, but I wanted to talk about something else that's been taking up a lot of my time recently, and that is that I'm working on my second picture book. I may have touched on this in a previous video, but I did start my second book, and it is a sequel to my first book, which is titled Petunia's Butterfly Parade. There is a link down in the description box below if you want to go and purchase my first one, by the way. But my second one is going to be about Petunia's best friend, Berry. We did get to see quite a bit of Berry in Petunia's Butterfly Parade, but this one is really all about her, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I'm about 21 pages into the illustration process. I still have to go back in and develop some of the pages, and obviously I have quite a few to finish up. still, or I say quite a few, but like it's 3 pages, and then I have the end pages and the cover to do. But it's coming all together now, and I thought I was much farther behind than I really was, just because of the way that I work, where it's like, I sketch in ink and I kind of bounce around between pages so that I don't get bored. So one day I was just like assembling things, and like, wrapping up details on certain pages, and all of a sudden I went from having like 4 or 5 pages to having like 10, and then the next day like from having 10 to 15, and so on and so on. And so now I'm like, okay, wow, maybe like another month and I'll be looking at like scheduling, or releasing. Really, I don't think I'll need a whole other month to finish up the illustrations. There's only a few more to go. Another thing that's been taking up a lot of my time is that I recently started physical therapy. For those of you who maybe haven't listened to me yap about my personal life in my videos before, I have chronic migraine, and my new neurologist has decided it would be a good idea if I went to physical therapy and could see if maybe that would help ease some of the pain with it. And I'm pretty optimistic about it. So I'm doing that a couple times a week. So it's something I'm like thinking about all the time now, and obviously I have to do the stretches every single day and all that. Hoping it helps a little bit, or a lot even, but we'll see, right? My guess is since my posture became so bad during college, like from art classes and being hunched over my iPad or a drawing or whatever, for a couple years, I'm sure that contributes to my pain greatly. Like your posture's pretty important. So to any of my fellow artists out there, like, there are consequences to neglecting your health, and to like letting your posture get really, really bad. And you'll probably want to at least look up some YouTube videos on how to stretch your shoulders, and how to take care of your neck and everything like that. How to straighten your posture out slowly, because it's not like something you can just do where you like throw your shoulders back and voila, your posture's fixed. It's not like that. You have to do it slowly, and it has to be fixed over time, because most of the time you don't think about how you're standing. You just stand. So yeah, definitely like look into that, and plan to take care of yourself long term, rather than just, oh, my shoulders are hunched right now. No, like, take care of yourself for real, because it hurts. Like, it hurts. I wake up in the morning with like shoulder and neck pain and like migraines and headaches and things like that. And I'm not saying all of that is due to my posture and due to the long hours like hunched over things, but definitely like some of it is. And I'm glad there's something that can be done about it. Like, I'm only 21, so it's like I can fix my posture, and maybe there won't be like super long term repercussions, but you want to take care of yourself. Anyways, back to what's on screen after that long rant. Here I am layering up all my pieces and adding glitter glue and everything like that. And here's the finished piece. I loved playing around with the layering for this piece. I loved it. I mean, it's so pretty. Look at those strawberries. Look at the flowers. Look at the branches on that heart. I love those. I had such a hard time covering up even part of the heart, because I loved it so much as it was. Real quick before I end the video, I want to give a shout out to my Ko-fi supporters. So thank you so much to Ashley, Savvy, Tiffany, and Lilycorn. Your guys' support means the world to me, and it allows me to keep making videos just like this one. If you would like to join my Ko-fi page, there will be a link in the description box down below where you can get all these benefits and so much more. Thank you guys so much. Before I log off, I want to ask, do you guys do like seasonal artwork? Like, usually my art kind of shifts a little bit depending on the holidays and things like that, so I'm curious. Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!